It's day one. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Writing is coming along nicely. A lot of my friends are at 5,000 words already, but I don't like to be too much of an overachiever. It says at this rate, I'm going to finish on November 20th, 10 days ahead of schedule, so I'm pretty excited about that. Something else I'm doing with my group of friends is getting my splits, so I started my stretches today. Anyways, looking forward to day 2. I think this is going to be a pretty great story. Things are going just as well as they were yesterday, and I'm almost at my word goal for November 3rd. Could possibly take the day off tomorrow if I wanted to, but I think I'll just keep writing and see how far ahead I can get. I'm gonna need those words towards the end of the month when I'm gonna be busy on Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and all those things. I'm going to try to write a little bit more tonight. Hopefully keep up this nice pace. I'm falling a little tiny bit behind. I'm not technically behind yet, but I barely did any writing today. I met today's goal last night. My words are running dry, which is kind of concerning me. Tomorrow will be a better day. I can promise myself nothing, but I can hope that that will be so. Today, my word goal was 7,000 words, and I've made it to 7,883 words. I have a big head start on tomorrow. Tiana and Helena are at like 10,000 words, and Evangeline is at like 15,000 words. I'm like, how the heck, you guys? So I feel like I'm kind of losing it a little bit. Not in the sense that I'm going crazy, but in the sense that I'm losing my momentum. I'm getting to the really good part of my novel where, not to spoil much, but Prince and Princess go to a new place in a new time era. It's really difficult trying to write a scene where, like, this one thing is happening and you're supposed to stretch it out to make it feel really intense and stuff, but you only have so many words that you can use. I used sky, cloud, orb, mass. I even used like whirlpool. This is all to describe a portal overhead. I admire the people who can write a scene like that without me ever thinking about the repetitiveness of everything that's happening. Overall, still going really good. NaNoWriMo 2015 is a success in my eyes because last year I did like 1,000 words. So, fun story. I just finished writing for the day and it's 11:50 p.m. I ended up spending the day thinking about how I needed to be writing and then not doing any of it until 9:30 at night. I really need to write like in the daytime. The only thing keeping me going right now is my friends who are also doing this and are also going insane. I did my stretches today and I did them right after I woke up, which was at 12. I have not gotten ahead of my word count like I've been this whole week. I think it's helped me to like be ahead of my word count because then I don't feel like pressure to meet my word goal every day. Writing becomes more enjoyable when I don't have like this 1,666 word goal looming in the corner of my day or eye. Plot's coming along nicely. I'm at a crucial point in the plot where I could either take it one way or I could take it very another way. All done hearing about my November 7th, right? Yeah, you are. I bet you can't tell that this is my favorite shirt. Today is November 8th. That's a fun number. 8. You know what else is fun? Keeping ahead of your word count. Oh, how's my progress today? Well, not good. I wrote a total of 27 words today. I got to take a break. I didn't really want to take a break, but it was a good break. Hi, it's me, the girl who's really good at writing consistently and not skipping entire days without writing a single word. Yeah, that's me. That's kind of my official title, and it's filled with irony. I think I've already said this, but I feel like I'm coming to the point in my story where I'm just not sure where I'm going anymore. I've kind of accepted the fact that this novel is not going to be very good. And what I mean by that is that where I'm at right now, my skill level, it's kind of impossible for me to write something good on the first try. My game plan has kind of changed. Instead of trying to write a good novel, which is what I was going for because I didn't just want to like write 50,000 words of nothing, I've got a good plot. So here's the plan. I'm going to write 50,000 words and then I can go edit it. I'm almost caught up now. Didn't do my stretches because it got late, and then I was like, do I really want to turn on Dance Central to warm up? The answer to that was no. I feel like it's Thursday, but I'm actually not sure. I'm actually extremely impressed with myself for keeping up with this video diary thing for almost 2 full weeks now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I just wrote 500 words just within the last hour. I have now written 21,721 words. It's okay. I'm just a normal human like you. So now the most pressing problem that I have is deciding whether or not to braid my hair so that it's wavy in the morning. I'm officially 2 weeks into NaNoWriMo. I did some more word wars today, and I wrote like 1,000 words in a half hour. So that was pretty awesome. My story feels a little bit repetitive, but it doesn't feel too repetitive, and I like how it's turning out for my skill level, because my skill level is like nothing. I remembered that I've never talked about why I'm doing NaNoWriMo. So last year, my friends Alina and Tiana challenged me to do it with them. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then November came around, and I had not done any planning whatsoever. Long story short, I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I failed day 2. So this year, they were all doing it again, and a couple other friends were doing it also, so I was quite determined to try again. I will finish this novel, and I will finish on time, possibly ahead. My favorite shirt has made another appearance for this monumental day. I am halfway through NaNoWriMo. The fact that I've made it this far just shows that anyone can do anything. In fact, I'm 90 words over my goal, and it's not even 11 minutes past midnight. It's 10 minutes past midnight, but it's not 11 minutes past midnight. Word wars, word wars, word wars. I can't say enough about word wars. They're perfect. I like where my novel is going. I think that it's like really fun. I don't consider myself a good writer. I think that for what I'm writing, it's turning out pretty dang good. So I'm not putting like a lot of time into like figuring out the perfect way to do things. What I'm really doing is just trying to write something. I think that if I tried to perfect my novel, I would never finish it because I'm such a perfectionist. When I do something, I know if it's good or not. And right now, I think this is good because it's just so spontaneous. I really like what I'm coming up with on the spot. Since like the first 5,000 words of my novel, I've done no planning whatsoever. If I was actually really serious about this, I would put a lot more time into it, and I would probably put a lot more time into planning beforehand. So now I know that, now I might do that next year. For this time, I'm happy with just trying to write 50,000 words, trying to write well, but not trying to write perfectly. This is just for fun, and this is just because of my stubbornness and me wanting to actually accomplish this. But it feels awesome right now, having written more words than I have left to complete. I was just about to fall asleep, and then I remembered that I haven't done this video for today, and that basically explains my mindset of the entire last 24 hours. I only wrote 480 words today, which is okay, because it's been worse. This entire weekend is going to be quite busy, so I'm going to need to write ahead for that. So maybe I should have thought of that today. So as I mentioned last night, I fell behind on my word count. Today, I caught up to it. I can usually write like 500 to 600 words in a word sprint, like a 15-minute word sprint. But today I was only getting to about 200 words. My entire day was spent trying to write, wishing I could write. Until like 2 hours ago, when I finally just punched the sucker in the face, and now I'm at my word goal. I've realized that there are 5 days out of the rest of the month that I would prefer not to do any writing on. So I'm gonna need to get 5 days ahead somehow. Me again. I was supposed to get to 30,000 words today, but I'm not gonna be able to. I'm a little nervous because tomorrow is my only free day until Monday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Even though I did not feel like writing a single little smidge today, I did get 880 words done. Tomorrow is the first day of an incredibly full weekend, and I'm really not sure if I'm going to be able to write at all for the next 3 days. No words were written by me today. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye. I have not written any words. So my prediction is that there will be no writing done tomorrow either. No writing done today. was well spent. If I fail NaNoWriMo, it's because of this day. I'm really having trouble getting motivated to write anymore. First of all, I still have 21,000 words to write. And second of all, I feel like at some point my story took a turn in a direction that I'm not so excited about anymore, and I feel like any word that I write from this point on is going to be something that I'm going to have to come back and fix. I also don't feel motivated enough to read through what I have now. Thanksgiving is in 2 days, Black Friday is in 3, the end of NaNoWriMo is in 6. Wish me luck. Future me is going to be real upset at past me for not doing anything today also. Writing? None. I did have a very nice day though, but I did some brainstorming and now I'm ready to write again. I'll make it. I can do it. I'm actually quite proud of myself because I wrote 1,000 words today. Writing 20,000 more words over the weekend doesn't seem so impossible. There's Christmas music playing everywhere now, so I'm getting up in like 6 hours. Cool. Okay, so I was just about to get ready to go to sleep and then I like closed my eyes and then I realized I did not do my video for today. I wrote a couple hundred words today. But like I said, Black Friday, very busy. I'm usually still wide awake at this hour, so it's so confusing. Anyways, enough of my problems. Let's talk about a different one of my problems. The fact that I have to write 19,700 more words in 3 days. I think I can do it. I really do. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and goodness, I hope I've written like 6,000 words tomorrow. You are going to be proud of me. Guess how many words I wrote today? You're probably wrong. It's 6,000. If I had fallen behind today, it would have been done for me. And just imagine, half of my day was spent out shopping for a Christmas tree and watching YouTube videos. So if tomorrow I only spend a quarter of my day shopping for a Christmas tree and watching YouTube videos, imagine what I can accomplish. 36,586 words down, 13,414 to go. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I wrote just about 4,000 words today, which is less than yesterday, and tomorrow is gonna be a very interesting time. I have 9,400 words left. I wish I would have had more time to write today. At this point, I'm just splitting up compound words and removing all apostrophes. I'm is becoming I am. Also, update on split stretches. Haven't done them in a week and a half, and probably won't get around to it tomorrow, and that's okay. I'll keep working on it into December because I got really close this month. November 30th. You'll never guess what I did. I won 9,400 words in a day. My brain is so empty of all possible word formations. I finished at 11:40, and now it's 11:55, and I'm even filming this video before it becomes December. I'm so on top of things. So I wrote 50,000 words for my novel in the month of November, and I was so happy when I got onto the winners page and found out that you can indeed get a free copy of your book for winning this year. I heard some rumors that you couldn't this year, but you can, and I'm gonna do it. My novel is by no means finished. It's gonna need a whole lot of editing and a whole lot more words, actually, because I did not end at an ending point. I ended at like there's another 100 pages left point. I need more tension and conflict in my story. I need to establish my characters better. I've forgotten some of my characters' names already because I'm really just writing up a storm and I haven't barely looked back at what I've written already. So I'm really excited to go back and look at it all and write down all the plot points that I've set up and make sure that I've closed them all off, because I can think of about 10 things right now that I set up that I did not conclude yet in my novel. So yeah, NaNoWriMo complete. Not only has this been a lovely learning experience about writing, writers, readers, publishers, editors. I've also learned about myself. I learned that I like long walks on the beach. The last day that I was on schedule was day 16 or 17. That was because for the first 16 or 17 days, I knew exactly what I was going to do. Like, I had all these ideas and I was just like, yes, let's go. Let's get them on paper. And then I got to this point in my story where I had no idea what I was going to do. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm here. I want to get here, but I have literally no clue how to do that. So yeah, writer's block did happen. You want to know the way I overcame it? By sitting down with a notebook. This is important, not a laptop, a notebook. And I started writing down my questions. Like, okay, how is this person going to achieve this? And then I would start writing down some funny answers. Like, oh, they could sprout wings and fly, and then they could achieve that goal. Which led me to some realistic answers. And then I ended up using a lot of those answers as plot points in my novel because they're unexpected and they're entertaining, because only I would come up with these things. Oh my gosh, if I ever publish this, you guys are in for a ride. I've already talked too much already, but overall, I just want to say to my future self, looking back on this experience, you did well, self. Right now, before I'm going into the editing process and like second guessing everything that I've done in the month of November, I really like my characters. There are so many times when I was writing and I just thought to myself, this is awesome, which rarely happens as someone who's like creating things for other people's enjoyment. I really liked a lot of what I did. So you should too, people watching and future self. So anyways, if you've watched this video and you're wondering what NaNoWriMo is like, if you should do it, it's not as hard as it seems. As long as you have just a solid idea, or maybe a lot of solid ideas, you can totally do it. I did it. I'm not a writer. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm gonna keep working on this book because I want to get it printed by the end of January. I get a free copy, and that just kind of makes everything all worth it. I'm gonna put in a screen grab of my stats. It's kind of funny because there's like a week that I wrote nothing, and then all of a sudden it goes like woo woo woo. I started the month in this shirt. Of course I'm ending it in it. I'm gonna put a little number right here, and this number indicates how many times I've worn this shirt this month. And don't be fooled. Of course I changed out of it just before filming these diary videos because I didn't want you to think that I wore it literally every day. It's a comfortable shirt and it goes with my face. I haven't had time for Netflix in weeks. Oh, it is Netflix time, and it is reading time, and it is relaxing time, and it is Christmas time. It's a good month. I'll leave you with that. Okay, good night. Or good November.